record on this computer. Okay, all right, welcome to Girls Night. I'm so excited for you guys to be here. This one's extra special. I was just sharing how I just got back in town last night from Charleston, South Carolina, and that it was an incredible experience to get to see so many amazing friends. Can you guys also see the video of me? Let me know if you can. I'm not sure if that's working. Okay, great. So welcome to Girls Night. This is going to be an amazing night. We're going to do something a little bit different. You guys are going to be taken through a process that I've only ever done with clients before, and this one's a really special process. So we're going to spend about, okay, I think I got it. It's funny when things pop up on Zoom. Okay, so we're going to spend a lot of time actually doing something. So if you are in a car, if you're not able to put things aside, totally come back and listen to this, or you can still listen to it. But I need you guys, do you guys have paper and a pen? You need at least paper and a pen. Paper and markers would be amazing. I need to turn off this whatever feature is not letting you guys just join. So you're gonna need paper and a pen, okay? So this is super, super important. We're really gonna be creating deep connection. It's an opportunity to gain awareness. And when you know what you want, you can work backwards and fill the steps in to reach the desired outcome. I've used this process, the one I'm gonna be taking you guys through tonight, which is extra special, with many of my clients over and over. I've had clients say they want to feel better and then struggle with defining what that means. What you'll go through tonight will give you the clarity you are desiring. It takes courage and confidence to pursue those dreams. In my work with clients, I help them uncover the missing pieces that have been blocking those dreams from coming to fruition. Give yourself this opportunity tonight to dream deeply and fully. This is an incredible gift that you can give yourself, and it will really make this girls' night like no other. So I am so excited to be able to make a difference for you guys tonight. I want this to be fun. We're definitely going to use the chat box. I'll pull it back up because I really believe connection is really, really key and crucial. So this is a chance that you guys are going to have tonight to get to sample some of the deeper work that I often usually reserve for clients. So this process will help you get crystal clear on what you truly desire. And once we know that, we can figure out what we need to do next. So the process is going to look like, I'm going to help you guys get centered. So this is where, if you're driving, please don't participate in this process. You can totally listen to it, but I do not want you doing the meditation. I do not want you closing your eyes while you're driving. That is very dangerous. So we're going to do that. And then again, I need you guys to have pen and paper. This is really, really important. You can use a pen. Totally cool. I encourage markers or colored pencils or just something you can draw with. You do not need to be an artist, okay? So I want to emphasize that. You do not have to be creatively inclined. You can 100% draw stick figures and use symbols. So I want you to take the anxiety and the pressure that comes off of, wait, I have to create something. Don't worry about that. It's really more important that you allow yourself to dream and to find a way to represent that. Trust whatever comes up and just put it on the paper. And I'm going to guide you through that a little bit later on. So I'm really, really excited to take you guys through this. And what I want to emphasize is, like, don't judge what you create. Van Gogh never made a masterpiece in like 25 minutes, okay? So like, take that pressure off, be real, be easy with yourself, and just allow yourself to create, to imagine, and to let that come to the surface. And there will be a time period for reflection. So really there's 3 steps to this process, and then we're going to come together and share. If you want to share what you create, you're welcome to share what you create. If you are not comfortable doing that, no pressure, you don't have to. In fact, I'll probably create alongside with you guys just because it's nice, and I'll put on some nice music so that it's really this opportunity to really have this experience create a meaningful impact for you. So I just want you guys to be aware that if there's any questions that come up, please feel free to type them in the chat. That's really, really important. I want us to be in dialogue as we go through this. If you're catching the replay and you would like to have questions answered, shoot me an email. I personally get every single email and I check it. So if there's something that you're curious about, something you want to know, go right ahead and do that. We're going to spend about I'd say 60 minutes together. And I want you guys to realize that this process that I'm leading you through tonight, I usually do that in a 90-minute session. So again, take the pressure off of, oh my gosh, I got to figure all this stuff out. I need to create a piece of art. No, you don't. Like, it's not supposed to be a beautiful masterpiece. Again, Van Gogh did not create Starry Night in 25 minutes. Like, let's be real. Okay, so, dun, dun, dun. Here is your, why won't this? Okay, so this is really what we're going to be going through. One, the focus of this is truly about gaining clarity. And we're actually going to be diving into the subconscious mind and pulling that forward. Then we're going to go into the process, and then we're going to integrate what you guys learn. So let's be sure it's interactive and fun. Okay, cool. All right, so moving forward, there are times when you feel a part of yourself longing for more. Sometimes it cries out to you, wakes you up in the middle of the night. It is this nagging sensation of dissatisfaction, a knowingness that you want something different. Make no mistake, you are at a pivotal point in your life. It's a call to create change. For many of you, you end up stuck. You notice it, hear it, want to change it, and yet you aren't sure. Today, you're going to be taken through a process to help you gain the clarity you are seeking. Clarity paves the pathway forward. If you knew what to change, what would you do? Art allows us to access the subconscious mind, to tap into what goes beyond words. It is both healing and insight producing to allow yourself to tap into the flow of creativity. In this space, you can uncover your deepest desires. You can inspire yourself to take steps forward in the direction of what you want. For my clients, art making allows them to access what stops them. It reveals their patterns and their biggest blocks and enables them to go beyond conscious awareness and into a space of discovery. In those uncharted waters, they gain clarity. This is what you'll experience tonight. The opportunity to discover what matters to you, what you desire, and the next best step for you. Are you ready to begin? I hope so. Type yes in the chat box if you are. Let me know. I hope you guys are. Is everyone prepared and ready? Nobody's saying anything. I want to know. Okay, well, let me know. I hope you guys are ready. And I understand if you're not able to do the process tonight, no problem. You can go back and re-listen to it and definitely do it. So let's see. Okay, awesome. Yay. Jules, let me just figure out how to help unraise your hand. Jules, you're unmuted. What's up?
I can't find the chat box.
Oh, okay. It should be in a bar below. You might need to just run your mouse over it, and it'll let you know. Okay.
Actually, I'm on my phone, so that may be an issue.
Okay, so that may be an issue. You can always raise your hand if you have any questions. I'll see it right away. Sound good?
Okay. All right.
Okay,
Sounds good.
perfect.
Thanks.
All right. I'm going to mute again so that I can take you guys through this. All right. Okay. Okay, cool. Great. I love the connection. It is so meaningful for me. Okay, so tonight's steps, we'll be going through a meditation. Oh, thank you, Ash. Thank you so much. Tonight's steps, we're going to be going through a meditation. Again, if you are driving, do not do this right now. The second part is we're going to go through an art process. The third step is a reflection, and then the fourth step is really integrating what comes up. So this is a really, really powerful process. And I want you to really give yourself the opportunity to benefit from it. So those reflections on top of this are really, really important in terms of really integrating into what you're learning. How do I know this? Because this is one of the many processes that I've used with myself to gain clarity over my desires, figure out what is next, and what action steps I can take. It's also allowed me to pursue my passions and create success in my life. And even more importantly, this process is an example of the work that I do with my clients. It has led to them uncovering what they desire, what blocks them, and then how to overcome those blocks. And that's, you guys, that's like the most key step. So that's the part that helps you actually step into living the life that you want and desire, a meaningful life full of happiness, joy, and fulfillment. And that's why this girls' night exists, because I want you guys to walk away from this experience with complete clarity and with the next best step. So when we merge clarity with an action step, we begin to move in the direction of what we truly want and desire. So this is an opportunity for you to discover what is next for you, so that you finally create the life you want to live. So before I actually dive into the process, a lot of you are new to my tribe. So I want to give you a little bit of information about me. I'm checking the chat box. Cool. All right, Jules, I hope that's working. So I know that a lot of you folks don't actually know a whole lot about me or where I'm coming from. So I'm going to go ahead and share just a little bit of information, and then we'll go straight into the process. Okay. So, ta-da! This is me, and that's some art I've made. Okay, so my background is in therapy. I'm actually originally trained as an art therapist, and I've worked in a variety of settings ranging from psychiatric hospitals to drug and alcohol rehab to college campus to a private practice. I'm going to get real and raw with you here today because I know that will make a bigger difference for you than my credentials as a therapist ever will. While I enjoyed working with clients, I found the therapy model and focus didn't really work as well. So I love seeing my clients create tremendous results. And there's something about not necessarily making a huge commitment that I've noticed really blocks people from creating the results that they want. So when I transitioned into coaching, I made that decision and choice because I was actually super committed to getting my clients the results they desire. There is something about choosing to work with a coach, being able to access them frequently. So often in therapy, if people reached out to me between sessions, I would tell them, okay, great, let's focus on that at the next session. Whereas as a coach, I'm jumping in and I'm solving it here and now for you so that you actually get the results that you want and desire. How to hit admit. Okay. So, whoops, hold on. One more thing. Sorry, guys, managing all the things in the chat box. Okay. Okay. So there is freedom waiting for you. There's an opportunity here that can help you shift into taking steps forward into what you want. So what I mean by that is that life is full of choices. There's possibilities and there's risks. And I took a risk when I stepped away from therapy and into coaching. And I'm grateful that I did that. And I'm so thankful for it because the results that I get to experience and witness now are life-changing and so incredible to get to be a part of. So there's a lot to be said for pursuing your passions, for having the clarity over knowing what you want and desire so that you actually move forward. So now I follow my passions readily. It's led me to improv, sailing, traveling, coaching, volunteering, leadership trainings, and most importantly, creativity, art, and full self-expression, which is really freeing. Okay, I think that was it. Sorry, I'm talking to myself as I manage adding people. Okay, so where will yours lead you as you uncover them? So I also want you to think about how clarity paves the pathway forward and how it really allows you to discover what you're meant for. And I want you to know that there was a time before this smiling face on the California picture where I felt lost, uncertain, unsure of myself. I was insecure. I didn't know who I was. I didn't know what I wanted. What I did know was that something needed to change. Why? Because I wasn't happy. I defined myself within relationships and hoped that that would give me meaning, but it didn't. I'd sought answers outside of myself, searching, seeking. I even went to psychics, hoping that someone would give me the answer I was searching for. I was clear that something needed to change. So let me ask you this. Does any of this sound familiar? Are you feeling unsure of what is next? Confused, uncertain, lonely, unclear on what you do want, knowing that something needs to change, but feeling stuck on what that is? Okay. If so, let me know. You can type that in the chat box if you're feeling like this relates to you. All right, so out of that loneliness and dissatisfaction, I finally broke through, found myself, and discovered what mattered most to me. I got crystal clear on what I truly wanted in my life, figured out the next step and the next step and the next step, and I took those steps. I developed the confidence and the courage to pursue what I dreamed of. Flipping to the chat. Great, Jules, I'm glad that's resonating with you. So then tonight's process is going to be super powerful for you. So I created freedom in my life, fell in love with life and all that it offers. This started with me deep diving into my subconscious mind. And one of the many powerful art making processes that I will teach you today, like I promise that you will walk away from tonight having an awareness that you haven't had before. I've invested significantly in myself. I have put money into mentorship, coaching. Like I'm obsessed with personal development work. True story. I love it. It's my jam. And ultimately, this led to freedom. This led to the woman you see before you, loving her life, showing up for things, enjoying it, having fun, being goofy and carefree, being willing to step out on an improv stage. And like years ago, I never would have done that. So this is what's possible for you. You can let go of what you think it should look like, and you can be open to allowing yourself to build it in a way that works for you and serves you, so that you no longer feel lost or confused or insecure or unsure. And instead you can take challenging moments and you can see them as beautiful opportunities to peel back the layers, to uncover what is next for you and what you truly desire. Okay, I keep having to go over here. Okay, cool. I need to figure out whatever function is on that is making me have to admit you guys into the presentation. Okay, so let's keep going. All right, so you don't have to take my word for it. Here are some testimonials from my clients. I'm not going to read this whole thing, but I've had some incredible clients who have gotten incredible results. They've accomplished a lot in a short period of time. They have navigated through really difficult times, job loss, unemployment, relationship breakdowns, divorce, and they created real sustainable change. They figured out what mattered to them. That's the key. They figured out what mattered to them, and then they pursued it. They pursued it fully and with passion and with joy, and they love their lives, which is the greatest gift a coach can ever have, is truly happy clients. It's really amazing. Okay, so without further ado, dun dun dun. I hope you guys are ready. I'm excited. We're gonna move into this. Let me check this chat box. Okay, yep, of course. Ashley, whenever we're making any change, it does feel overwhelming. And part of that is that I'm just gonna give you a little bit of coaching right now. Part of it is we're zoomed too far out. So what I want you guys to walk away with tonight is not just clarity about what it is that you want, but just the next step. So whenever I am working on something, I don't actually think about all the stuff. So like, let me get real with y'all. There are a gazillion emails I send, right? There's this, and there's like, I poured my heart into creating this for y'all because like I just absolutely love it. And so what I want you to think about is if I focused out and focused on the entirety of it, I would get overwhelmed too. So it's really about what's the next step and what's the next step and what's the next step. And just staying in that, staying with it, being real with it and being like, this is where I'm going to focus. Zoom out, overwhelm. Zoom in, not overwhelm. Ashley, let me know if that serves you, if that resonates, if that connects. I would love to know, and I'm happy to coach more into that for you. Okay, cool. All right. So, dun, 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 meditation. Okay. So I hope you guys have your paper and pen handy. If you want to work with more than a pen, absolutely go for it. I want you to have as much fun with this as you can possibly have. Again, no judgments here. We're not creating an amazing masterpiece that we're going to go home and show everybody. This is really just allowing you to tap into what it is that you really want to go beneath the conscious and into the unconscious, okay? So before we do that though, I want to get us grounded and centered. So I'd like for you guys to sit comfortably in your chairs, wherever you are. Just allow yourself to just take a moment. And I want you to just softly close your eyes and allow yourself this moment to connect with your breath. I want you to feel your in-breath and your out-breath, to notice the space between the breaths, to breathe deeply, filling your lungs and your belly, and then to slowly exhale. And let's take one more nice, big, deep breath in together, pausing at the top and slowly releasing. I want you to think about where you are in your life right now, how it looks, what it feels like, how the experience is for you. What do you like about it? What do you not like about it? How are your relationships, your friendships? How's your work? Do you feel satisfied, dissatisfied, unsure? What about your health? Are you happy there? How about dating? Or maybe you're in a relationship. How's that? How's the quality of that? What about fun? What do you do for fun? Entertainment, enjoyment? How do you express yourself? Do you love to go out with girlfriends? Or are you one of those people who likes to take time for themselves, who enjoys some solitary activities? Who allows themselves time to read, to explore, to have adventures? Where are you at spiritually? How does that look for you? What's happening for you there? Do you feel a close spiritual connection? How about volunteering, giving back? What does that look like? Does it fill you with contentment and joy? I want you to be really present to the way your life is right now, to what feels satisfying and what feels dissatisfying. There are no judgments here. It's simply an opportunity to observe, to connect, to be aware of it. And now I want you to turn your attention to what you feel like is missing. How could your life be better? What would you like it to look like? Is there one area or are there multiple areas? What do you dream of? What do you desire? What's that one thing or those many things? Give yourself this moment to breathe life into those dreams, to feel the connection to them, to know what you want, and to imagine being able to have it. What would that give you? I want you to take some nice deep breaths in, breathing into the reality of what you feel like you want to experience and what that could give you. And in just a few moments, we're going to open our eyes and we're going to begin to create. Allow yourself to be really present and aware in this moment of everything that came up for you, of what you noticed, because you're going to take that to the paper and you're going to create. And so, to help us softly come back, I want you to begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Allow yourself to slowly and softly stir and to come back to the present. So I want you to take your piece of paper and I want you to divide it into two parts. Let me find a piece of paper. I have one behind me, just not in front of me. We'll use this order form. So I want you to just divide it in half, okay? And I want you to draw a line down the middle of it. And on one side, I want you to do where you are now. I want you to think about everything that came up there, and I want you to just put that down. And again, it can be stick figures, it can be symbols, whatever you want or desire. And on the other side, I want you to create where you want to be. Okay? So I want you to think about, what are the things that I want and desire? What came up for me as I was going through this meditation? So go ahead and draw on one side where you want to be, where you are now, versus where you want to be. And so just give yourself a little bit of time and space to do this. And we'll spend about 20 minutes on this. And I'd love to hear how it's going towards the end. And I'm going to give you a reflection process. So just allow yourself to create right now. I'm going to put on some nice music to allow yourself to really be present and to just give yourself this opportunity, no judgment here, to just create. Okay, so I know many of you guys are still creating and there is no rush here. And I want to go ahead and give some of you guys who are faster an opportunity to go ahead and start reflecting. If you guys need more time and need me to say these reflection questions again, please just let me know. I'm so happy to do that. So, reflection is a crucial part of this process. It allows you the opportunity to really be with what you uncovered. It is a part of the processing the messages that were coming from the subconscious mind. So I want you to take out a separate piece of paper for this and write out your answers. Allow them to flow through you and from you. So I want you to really take a look at what you've created. What is it you desire to experience in your life? What needs to change between where you are now and what you want? What will it take from you to create that change? Courage, confidence, belief? What is the very first step that pops into your mind to help you live the life you desire? I'm going to go ahead and turn the music back on for those of you guys that are still creating. And I'm also going to go ahead and put these questions in the chat box so that you can have them if you want to see that. Okay? Type that up in just a second. I have a big yellow. All right, so if you're still working on your project, go ahead and start to wrap it up. Put on some finishing details and touches. Again, this is a much more sped up version of this process, and I invite you guys to return to this. It's really important to me that I walk y'all through the steps, and that if you're feeling rushed or pressured, please go back to it and let yourself fill in some more of those details. because I'm just aware that like we could spend forever creating art. I know I sure can. I love it. I love being in flow. It's like one of the most joyful experiences. So I put the reflection questions for you in the chat, and I will go ahead and read those back out. If you are not at the point of reflection, that's totally okay. We can kind of pause and return to the image after. And again, if you would like if you're finding that you're needing to do that, we'll go with what's come up now. And I invite you to just reach back out to me. I'm so happy to provide you guys with some additional support in regards to tonight's girls' night. This is a really, really special process. It's one I use with clients repeatedly, and it's something that I absolutely love to witness and be a part of. I'm actually making some art alongside y'all. So I'm super excited. Okay, so the reflection questions. What is it you desire to experience in your life? What needs to change? Totally put a D in there. Between where you are now and what you want. What will it take from you to create that change? And what is the very first step that pops into your mind to help you live the life you desire? Great, Diana, thank you for letting me know that. You don't need to go into how to change. It's okay. It's often just one thing. So we're not looking at, Ashley brought something up earlier that was really, really great. It's the reality of going into overwhelm when we focus on too many things. So I just want you to look at what's one thing, just one thing. Make it simple, make it easy. When I go to make changes, I don't do a total overhaul. That would be disastrous. Instead, I think of what's that one thing that would help me just a little bit more, that one thing that would help me get to the next step and the next step. So often it can be something simple like I just picked up this book from my mom. It's called Attitudes of Gratitude. And actually the art project I'm working on is related to this as well, where it's really just expanding into gratitude and gratefulness for my tribe, for the women who love to work with me, and for what I'm creating in life, and how I can enhance that and experience it more, so that there are moments where you're just like grinning from ear to ear. You're so freaking happy. It's amazing. I love those time periods. So if you are still in the reflection process, that is totally cool. I'm going to just go ahead and move us into integration. So this is really an opportunity for anyone who wants to share. You can raise your hand. You can type in the chat box and say me or yes. And we can really look at what you've realized, what's come up, and do a little bit of coaching around that. So that's really, really an important part of it. So it's really looking at what did you uncover? And what's the next best step? So what I want to just let you guys know is that the subconscious mind does not like when we make changes. It loves to keep us safe. It thinks change is unsafe. And its primary function is to keep you safe. So this can often be challenging to allow yourself to open up and to express it, especially in a group forum. So my encouragement to you is that if you would like a little bit of coaching, if you would like to share, and again, you don't have to show your artwork at all. I know you guys did not have a whole heck of a lot of time. So to make anything like amazing, I mean, like, I'm just like putting stickers on something right now. But I'm really excited about it. It's going to look really cool. So I want you to just think about diving deep into, this is a safe place for me to come up with the next step that is actionable. What's that next step that I can start to get my subconscious mind on board, so that I don't end up sabotaging myself or falling backwards or doing the thing I didn't want to do. So does anyone have anything that's coming up for them? Anyone realize anything? Anyone like, Kate, you're rushing me? Because sometimes that happens. All right. Well, this process can really be used again and again. It's just very illuminating. And it's this combination of the meditation, the actual art making, and the reflection that allows you to uncover the next step. It should be something that pops into your mind. It should be something where it's like, oh, I'll take this one step forward. So, like, for instance, if I want to eat healthier, maybe it's I eat a salad a day. A lot of times, y'all, it's easier to add something in than to take something out. So, sometimes we think about that. Like for me, what I was sharing about gratitude, I'm just adding a little something in, like something that helps me feel like, oh, it's supportive of that. So, and it just came to me. So I hope that you guys found this helpful. If you're wanting, if you're doing this, if you're watching this on the replay and you're wanting to go a little deeper, feel free to reach out to me. So if we're looking at this, let me get rid of that. Okay. All right. So questions for you. Have you enjoyed this presentation so far? I sure hope so. Have you found it valuable? I really hope so. Do you now feel clear on what you want? I am really, really hoping that that's really evident and that you see that in the where you want to be part and that the next best step floats to the surface. So I have absolute confidence that you can take everything we've done here today, that you can go back, do a meditation, give yourself the gift of creativity, of flow, of tapping into the subconscious and letting it come to the surface, and of reflecting on that and of integrating what comes up so that you take the next best step forward. And that this one step after another will allow you to build the life you truly desire. And I am certain that with just this process, that left on your own, you can make a go of it in a way that most people never will. But what if there was another option? What if there was another way? What if there was a way to partner with me to consistently dig into the subconscious and to uncover what you desire and figure out step after step after step so that you confidently and courageously create that life with absolute certainty? How would that make things different? Would it be easier? Would it feel like less of a struggle? Would it come more naturally to you? Do you think in that situation I could empower you with the tools at my disposal to create the results you want? If I had shortcuts, support systems, and additional insights into your life where we could go deeper and more thoroughly into those solutions you need, desire, and deserve. If I had such an option for you, would you like to hear about that and what I could do for you? Well, guess what? I'm not selling anything on this webinar. I'm inviting you to book a complimentary strategy session so that we can talk about the next best steps for you. What are the things that came up for you tonight? What are the things that you uncovered? What are you thinking might be one of your blocks? What if I could partner with you and help you gain guidance and clarity so that life became easier, so that you were able to answer the call for more? How would that support you? So I'm going to drop this link into the chat box. And you can use this to book a complimentary call. It's usually about 30 minutes. Sometimes I'll go a little over that. And really allow yourself to take this a bit deeper, to open up to what else might be possible. Often, oh, that did not work. Okay. Let me find it down here. Often copy paste is not my friend. Often we don't allow ourselves to receive the support that we need. And it can be really powerful when we are brave enough to reach out and to say, can you help guide me? So a lot of the work that I do with clients is really around figuring out what their blocks are and overcoming them and knowing what the next best step is. I absolutely do have a group program. It's called Reinvent Yourself. And if you are a fit for that, I will offer that to you. But again, that is not a requirement. Instead, it is truly my intention to make a difference for you, to help you integrate what's come up and to help you learn and to help you see how there are many, many art making processes that allow you to tap into the subconscious and to move the ball forward so that what you're meant for begins to happen in your life. Life can be an incredible gift. and we can approach it more joyfully. And we don't have to stay in that space of pain or hurt or suffering. And that can be really powerful. I'm going to read what you said, Ashley. Great, Ashley. I'm thrilled to hear that. So Ashley shared that she is clear that she really desires to further her career, but doing so means stepping back from work and social aspects to get there, and that it will be worth it, but nervous. So that's just the subconscious coming up, bubbling up to the surface, and that's really what nervousness is about. And you can often take that deeper. You can go more into what does that mean? What am I making that mean? What is coming up for me? What is that really about? And realize that confidence is built. So the very first time I got on an improv stage, I thought I was going to vomit because I was terrified. Now I'm on like my fourth round of classes. And I just found out about this one improv place that has you get up on stage and nobody laughs at you. Terrifying, right? Totally doing it. Why? Because I know that it will expand the comfort zone. And as it expands the comfort zone, I'll step more into what it is that I want and desire, and more into like, ooh, cool. So think about it. What would it be like to stand on a stage and have absolutely nobody think you're funny? Like, how gut-wrenching does that sound? And yet, how powerful does that also sound? So it takes courage to step in the direction of what you want. Often with clients, it's easy to zone in on what the blocks are and to help them step out of that and uncover it. And again, Ashley, I'm just kind of doing this for you on the fly without having a whole lot of background info. So I hope that that's helpful. Yep, totally true, Ashley. Our subconscious does. And the reality is our subconscious is there to serve us, to protect us. And when we can unravel those stories that are holding us back, it becomes significantly easier. And so I invite you to consider what is the next step and the next step that you can really do. And again, this is significantly easier within the context of a coaching relationship or a therapy relationship where it's that person is really a mentor. They're really there to guide you, to help you figure out your own answers. And that's ultimately what I'm offering you guys here, an opportunity to connect and to look at what is next for me? How can I get there? How can I make this easier? This is why I've worked with many coaches in my life, because I want the results faster. So I'm a fast tracker. Obviously, I love results. So I'm not somebody who wants to spend forever sitting in the space that I'm in. I would rather have somebody tell me like it is so that I get the results that I want and desire a month from now, 3 months from now, 6 months from now. I'm not waiting a year to get whatever the results are that I want. This process is one of many that I use with my clients. There is a beauty in uncovering the subconscious and creating safety. I often do that with clients too. How do we create safety for the subconscious so that it can move forward, so that I can take the steps consciously, so I can give my subconscious mind what it needs and move forward in the direction of what I want and desire. And so again, that's really what I'm offering for you today. It's really an opportunity to go further and deeper into this through guidance and support. Ashley, I'm glad you found that helpful. And that's really this opportunity. And so if you're interested, feel free to book a call. I only do this about twice a year, and I've got spots open until next Friday, which is that the 16th? I think it's the 16th. And then I'll close my calendar. And then the only people who will be able to get coaching from me are my clients. So again, I invite you to book a call, take advantage of it. It's an opportunity to see what's next for you, to uncover it, and to do, take the next step. Okay, so I've dropped that back in the chat. If you guys have any questions, if there was anything that came up for you on this, let me know. Feel free to reach out to me. Those emails you get from me, I actually read them. So whenever you respond, it's not some automated message, which one woman messaged me and she was like, oh, you're not automated? And I'm like, no, I'm actually a real person. So it's real, it's really me. So if you've got any questions or you would like some additional support, feel free to reach out to me. If none of the times on my calendar work for you and you want to connect, just reach out to me. I'm happy to open up and connect with you. And I hope that you enjoyed tonight. This is one of my favorite art activities. It's very clarity producing, and it really can help you figure out what's the next best step and the next best step. And you can repeat this process absolutely over and over. And it's really just an opportunity for you to dig in and to enjoy and to have more fun doing it. So if you were not able to make it live, no worries. There will be a replay coming out in a couple days. If you have any questions from what came up during the session, just let me know. Happy to support. If you're interested in booking a call, I definitely invite you to do that. And I really encourage you to do that, because you never know what you might get out of that. And again, it's always my intention to make a difference and to open up what might be next for you. So much love to everyone. Oh, thank you, Tammy. That's so sweet. I really appreciate that. So I hope everyone has had a beautiful girls' night. I will definitely do another one soon. I'm loving these nights. They are super fun. All right, so much love. Bye, y'all.